This week on Moody Radio, we've been focusing on the family. Well, today, an aspect of the family that maybe you haven't thought of. Not just the student and child in a home, but a foreign exchange student. Today, we find out about AYUSA, also known as AYUSA. It's a leading not for profit organization promoting global learning and leadership through foreign exchange student programs. They've been doing this since 1980. And many doors have opened all over the world for families to get to know more about other cultures. Lisa Dabbs is AYUSA's regional director and explains a little bit more about the organization.
Basically, we place students in over 40,000 high schools throughout the U.S. And during the year, we're here to make sure that they're learning about our culture and about different aspects of American life, as well as Americans learning about those students' cultures as well.
So what exactly does the regional director for AYUSA do?
As the regional director, I find host families for students, host schools in the local community where the family lives, and get them placed early in the year in the spring. Then in the summer, meet with the host families prior to the students' arrival. And then in the August, the students will start arriving. We will have orientations and meetings throughout the year. I also keep up with how they're doing academically, as well as how they're doing adjusting with the host families and in their school.
And one of those families that Lisa is talking about is the Lovatto family. Dr. Matthew Lovatto, a pediatrician from North Alabama, has been hosting foreign exchange students for quite some time.
I've been hosting exchange students for about 9 years.
When asked about why he has been hosting foreign exchange students for so long, Matt responds,
Enjoyed having them here and, learning about their countries and showing them America.
So as someone who has quite the experience in hosting foreign exchange students, Matt explains that adaptation for both family and student may not be as awkward as some might think it would.
For the most part, it's fairly easy to adapt. They all have, depending on where they're from and their culture, there's some things that are going to be different, and there's definitely some adjustment on both sides. But for the most part, you just kind of take it as it comes.
AYUSA, a not-for-profit foreign exchange program for international students. They have provided opportunities to come to America and learn more about our culture and teach us more about theirs. Lisa Dabbs talks a little bit about the multiple opportunities that exist.
We have fee-paying students that come from all over the world, but we also have grant students that come from Germany. A portion of our students are on the CBYX program there. We have the YES students that are coming from the Middle East. That program was started after 9/11 to help bridge the gap between us and the Muslim countries. And then we have flex students that are from the former Soviet Union countries.
Lisa explains more about the grant program that provides scholarships for students from other countries to visit ours for an academic school year.
Students that are coming on a grant from the U.S. State Department, they sponsor them, they pay all their fees for the program. And because they're on this program, they have been gone through a screening process where they had to do a lot more essays than our regular students. And there are specific goals for their programs, such as, learning about our democracy and free market economy.
We spoke with Vladimir Butsukin, a foreign exchange student through AYUSA, and he is from the Ukraine. He tells us more about his country.
Ukraine is located in East Europe. It used to be part of USSR. It's bordered with Russia and Poland and Belarus and a whole bunch of this little Eastern European country nobody have ever heard about. It's pretty country with old traditions, old, history, rich history.
Volvo, as his friends call him, tells us a little bit about being a grant student and the Flex program.
Probably it's more like competitive thing. You are approved for the scholarship, so you go through all these tests and selecting Flex's Future Leaders Exchange program. So they're basically choosing future leaders.
When asked about his experience in America and what he will take home, what it is that stood out the most to him, Vladimir tells us the Southern hospitality was something that he really picked up on.
I really enjoy it. When people smiling to you all the time, when they've been nice to you, it's so good. I think everybody should be like that.
Another foreign exchange student through the programs of AYUSA is Pontus from Sweden, as he talks about his country.
It's a pretty large country, but with a few amount of people. We have the Nobel Prize, I guess people have heard of.
Pontus says the traditional lifestyle of an American high school student is something that he really enjoyed taking part in.
In Sweden, like, the whole high school experience is legendary. There's cheerleaders and prom and homecoming and all of that. And I've never really seen that before. It's only from TV and movies. So I was more excited about experiencing all of this that I've seen.
When Pontus was asked what it was that he will take home with him, his answer, very similar to another foreign exchange student we heard from.
Just as Vova said, it's a whole politeness thing. Everybody's nice to each other. I really like that, and I would love for it to be more like that back home.
Not only do the students take part in learning more about the American culture as a member of American families through this foreign exchange program, they actually get to visit some of the sites and learn a little bit more.
We went to Montgomery once to see the Capitol and meet the governor. We've been to see the Golden Flake factory, do stuff like that. It's been great.
AYUSA, an acronym meaning Academic Year, United States of America, an opportunity for families to host a foreign exchange student. Now that you've heard this and you may be interested, the question is, well, is there a great cost to this? Lisa Dabbs, Regional Director for AYUSA, explains.
There is cost associated with having an extra person living in your home, but there is not a fee for the students. Basically, the students come with their own spending money and activity money, but a host family obviously is providing them a place to live. They're also providing them with food while they're here and transportation to and from activities, because here in the U.S. we don't have the public transportations to get them to and from places.
International foreign exchange can be a great ministry opportunity, as many families across the Moody Radio South listening area take in a student, or maybe even more than one student every year, and they share with them not only the culture of America, but the culture of a Christian, if that student is not familiar. If you'd like to find out more about AYUSA, also known as AYUSA, you can go online to www.ayusa.org. That's ayusa.org. You can also call 888-552-9872. For Moody Radio South, I'm James Dancer.